all things considered, pretty inexperienced. I certainly was not comfortable in the airplane when I got there. I wasn't comfortable tactically employing the airplane. I wasn't comfortable going to the tanker and getting gas. There was still so much to know about flying the airplane well, and the learning curve is steep, especially when you're adding new components, new bits of tactics. For me, especially at the very beginning, being in real combat and seeing AAA and SAMs go off and things like that, it's terrifying. It really sort of puts you off balance. I've had moments where I was like quite literally paralyzed by fear. And then the way out of that is, okay, do what you're trained to do. Fall back on that training. And it looked like a fucking maelstrom, man. Like there was just like everything was black except this one area where there was just fire and iron. And that was one of those, frozen with fear moments. Like I was, oh shit. And right in the middle of that, my flight lead, who had been he was an 05 at the time, and he had been a veteran of, Baltic War, kind of, Yugoslavia, Serbia. He got on the radio and his comment was, "Here they come, boys." And it was like, I know it sounds stupid, and it was kind of, just an offhand comment, but he was so calm and so cool. And I was like, all right, if he's that cool, I can be that cool. It's about to get good. That gave me a lot of confidence too. You can't sustain that same level of adrenaline day after day after day after day after day. At some point, you just have to, this is when people sort of, it may be hyperbolic, but that, you hear ground troops who are in these intense combat situations say, oh, I just accepted that I was already dead. Eventually, you just get to a point where you can't sustain this sort of level of, natural kind of incapacitating fear, and you just got to press past it.